to the Fantasy Pavilion of Pain, where you review, where we get, coming to the show, showing you how much pain that we end up, based on another game week. Go on, and Antonio, your face says it all. How was your game week 10, sir?
Um, I did not even make average.
My word.
I was 2 points off of average or three. Yeah. So
Uh, ouch.
yeah.
Ouch. And speaking of pain, Harry Payne, but we'll talk about that when we come in. When we reach that part, so as usual, guys, we show you the results, we go through the teams, we go through the players that did well, and of course, give you a little insight who we think you should consider based on their performances from this game weekend. Of course, we show you our teams and how abysmal we did, and of course, we begrudgingly pick up the FPL manager that's on top of our fantasy pavilion head to head. Let's get into it. So, first up, the greatest team in London played Leicester. They won 2-0. Antonio, take it away. So, just, nothing much to talk about on the Leicester side, shockingly. So, just let's talk about our top performers and who we should, be giving some respect to from the Arsenal side in terms of FPL returns and who should we be picking for game week 11. They are playing Watford next.
Okay. So definitely Ramsdale put in a hell of a performance in this game. He made some crazy saves. Leicester could have probably scored a goal or two, but Ramsdale came in clutch. Gabriel, standout player, he puts in a serious piece of work on the back line. Most of the back line put in their fair share though, but Gabriel in particular was outstanding. Um, yes, our Smith Rowe, consistent. I think if you have him right now, definitely play him because they're playing Watford next. I said he was definitely one of the standout players in this. Saka, of course, always bringing in another assist. Um, to be honest, for the Vardy, not for the Vardy, but for the Leicester aspect, they didn't play terrible, but Arsenal definitely played all over them.
Yeah.
Tielemans was a danger man, but once again, only one man can do it all. And Arsenal took it and they defended out the game and they played really well. So kudos to them. If you have Arsenal defender, most definitely play them next game because right now Arsenal looks pretty decent defensively. They have their defensive shape, they have their players in front of them recovering and tracking back for them as well. So that's a good thing to look for. So maybe if you have Gabriel, I know a lot of people might have Tomiyasu too because of the budget. So yeah, definitely if you have Ramsdale, play him because Ramsdale is putting in saves and he is looking good. But if you have to go for a mid player with attacking returns, Smith Rowe, that's the guy right now. In my opinion, he was even tracking back. So Smith Rowe is the guy.
Alright, so as usual, I like to highlight the goalkeepers. You all know this. So Schmeichel, 4 saves, so 1 point, so you got the 2. And of course, Ramsdale, well, he didn't make the enough saves to get. Yes, he did, sorry. So 8 saves from him. So he got 2 points. Of course, you got the bonus, you got the clean sheet, so he rounded off with 10 points there. So brilliant. So brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Alright, next up, a surprising scoreline. Very surprising scoreline, especially given what happened last game we when Brighton played City. So very, very surprising. So Liverpool 2, Brighton 2. I'll run you keep us quickly before Antonio takes over. So Alisson 4 saves, 1 point there, and of course, well, Sanchez no saves. Tough, 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 tough. So the premium goalkeeper coming out on top there. Take it away, Antonio. Our top performers from this game, and should we be considering them or any of their associates for game week 11?
Yeah. To be very honest, I knew Liverpool were going to concede. The way Brighton played against Man City, they didn't play terrible when they conceded the 4-1. And the second half, when they came out against City, they were already 4-0 down. So their spirits, they really tried and when they're going to get in a goal. So coming into this game in particular, I actually backed them to put in a display, but I wasn't expecting the two all. Sorry, they definitely deserve respect there. Um, from Liverpool's point of view, Mohamed Salah, definitely. Mane, if you have either one, is a good bet. However, the rotation between Jota and Mane is it's on and off, so I don't know if you're willing to spend 11 points etc. for Mane, and it doesn't work because that could end up hurting. Jordan Henderson, he has been putting in some assists. He's
Yeah.
one to look out for, and he's starting. I believe Navigator is injured, so he'll definitely be getting some more time. Curtis Jones as well, he also will be starting. Firmino, one hit wonder guy, you give me a solid 20 points for one game and then hit you 2 points, 2 points. So I wouldn't just jump on that wagon just yet. Maybe wait until later on. However, for Brighton side, Trossard
Right.
took a while to get going, but he came through, most
Yeah.
definitely. Um, in terms of the backline, yes, they did concede, but they did hold off chances that Liverpool could have taken won the game. So kudos to that. I wouldn't jump on to any other players besides Leandro Trossard. Maybe March, maybe March. I was actually informed by a friend that March is looking pretty decent. So if you do want to go for a budget player, maybe you could look into March, but I wouldn't jump on that train just yet. So maybe Trossard. Trossard is a better gamble. If you want a goal and assist, Trossard is the man. So yeah, that's my take on this.
All right. All right. So yeah, but as you can see, we flew with 9, Lano with 5, and March with 5. But we not jumping on those guys just yet. All right. Next up, again another shocking result. We only need 3. Brentford 1. Let me highlight the goalkeepers real quickly. So Pope 3 saves, 1 point. No Raya. No Raya. So Fernandez didn't make enough saves to get any points. So he just got the solitary 1. All right, take it away, Antonio, our top performers. And we have been talking about a certain French player, but when you get there, you'll get there. But yeah,
Yeah. Um, this was a shocker to me, to be honest. I expected Burnley to come out fighting because they were home and they usually play the good home, and they didn't have a great start of the season, and they now started bounce back and catch a little form. But I definitely wasn't expecting Brentford, who such a better defensive team, to get this much clicks. Um, Key factor, yeah, Raya. So in my opinion, if you have any um, Brentford assets in the back line, you may need to look at that and probably look a little think or sell, because I don't think is safe anymore without Raya in the back there. If you have Janssen, keep him for the next game because Brentford at home and they are playing against Norwich. And I could see they may be pulling off a clean sheet. But as I said, it's a tricky game, and the small teams are really sticking the jabs in right now. So a goal could score. It is possible. Um, but Burnley, Norton played excellent. Goal, we always talk about Brentford, Burnley, sorry, defenders scoring. The big guys, they always
yeah,
get into the box and they are very much capable of scoring, especially headers and from set play. They are known for scoring from corners and set play. And I know the man right now, the man in charge, the man in form, Corney. Jared has been speaking about Corney for a while now, actually. And I think he's a good shout. Like, probably after the next 2 game weeks, because they have a tough run, but then after they have a fairly decent run. But they are not a team to look over because they could punish you with a goal or two. Even if they lose, they will punish you with a goal. And right now, Corney is the guy. He is playing and he has been bringing in the points back to back to back. So, yeah.
yeah. Fully agree, fully agree. Of course, just to note, McNeil with an assist. We have been trying to, guess which one of the best midfielders will, to pick. But so far, Cornell looking good. Wood with a goal. We've been talking about Wood for a long while on this show, but of course, he has not been consistent. Norgard with the assists and kudos. I mean, Brentford seems to have some random guys come out of nowhere with the goals. Seeing as Wisa is injured, someone has to do it. So, something to keep an eye on. Next up, and wow, only shocking results. Only shocking results. You'll get the normalcy in a bit. Another shocking result. Really shocking result. But I benefited from this one because I had Gallagher. But we'll get there. Crystal Palace 2, City nil. So nothing for Edison, Edison 0. And I did in my top 5 series, I did talk about Guaita, did mention Guaita, did not expect him to be on the winning end, but I did talk about him. 3 saves, 1 point. He got one of the bonus points as well. Clean sheet, only one because of the yellow card, I was only blemish, but 7 points for Guaita. So Antonio, who are top performers who do we look at going forward into game week 11 and even beyond?
Um, Man City, hmm, they shot themselves in the foot with this one. Laporte kind of put them up because he got sent off in the first half, and that kind of threw them off because they're a team that likes to do their little tiki taka football and pass. And with the extra man at Crystal Palace, they won't allow in that period. They had man marking and they always had the extra man, and they definitely punished them in the end, coming out to the end. If I was to take a player from Man City, like I think that's Jesus. Jesus and Foden. They were pretty involved. Jesus did score, but it was a tight offside, a really tight offside, and they had to rule it out. Even when they had the 10, that was when they were down to 10 now. Crystal Palace now,
Hmm.
they were ruthless. They took advantage of the 10 men that City had. Um, Gallagher, for a man who's 5.6, 5.7 right now, you can't go wrong. He was bringing in the points. I mean, he didn't bring in points for like 3 game weeks, right? But
Yeah.
he did show up again. I mean, he did bring forth points. Defensive wise, Ward played pretty well in this game. I'm not gonna lie. Ward and Guaita, they had a phenomenal game. Guaita playing some pretty good saves in the first, right before all hell broke loose with the red card. Um, Olisi was a good one to watch as well. Um, but the only thing about him is he doesn't start. So if
Right.
you want to try and jump on that train, you have to be very cautious. Because he does come on, he does, but it's
Right.
5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to the most. It does pay off, but I don't think it makes sense to bring in a guy who might not play. Zaha, that's the man right now. I think he's a very risky player to bring in because
Yeah.
once he switches off, it goes downhill. But he has been scoring and he's on
Yeah.
10. So
Yeah.
I think he is definitely with the shout right about now. Edward, he has been partnering with Zaha and he looks pretty good, pretty solid. And to be honest, if you look at a budget striker, you could look into Edward, depending on the fixtures, of course. But I don't think depending on fixtures is a thing anymore because right now the small guns are really showing their ways.
Do you so but you if you had to pick one person, Antonio, Gallagher or Zaha going forward, who you picking? Despite the
I
fixture. Who you going?
I would go. I had Gallagher, but I would go with Zaha only because the factor that he is on penalties and Zaha has been more consistent with the points.
Alright. 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 Back to some normalcy. A normal score between two normal teams. Chelsea 3, Newcastle nil. Let me just highlight the keepers real quickly. What went on there? So 3 saves from Dalo, so he got away with 2 points there. Mendy, of course, clean sheet, no saves, no save points, but of course got the clean sheet points, so 6 points for him. Again, another clean sheet. Antonio, the floor is yours.
All right, so this game was a no-brainer. I think a lot of people were expecting a little more fight from Newcastle. Seeing that they were home, they were probably expecting Wilson or St. Maximin to bring in a little goal at least. But Chelsea are very structured defensively, so it was hard to break them down. Um, as you can see, Chelsea wing backs, they are the guys running it right now. Rich James scored a brace with a clean sheet. That is like goal in fantasy. If you have Rich James, you literally made half of the average points for the game week. And that's
Yeah.
one player.
Hmm.
And I know a lot of persons had Chilwell for sure. But I know I am definitely looking into James because Tuchel did make a statement saying that he is expecting his wing backs to be more attacking and his strikers to be more on the defensive and helping. So that in itself tells you that, yeah, wing backs definitely be on the score sheet and the assist points coming very much soon. Um, Jorginho, oh, is I wouldn't put him in my fantasy,
No, no.
but
But
if you're the gambling on penalties throughout the whole of Chelsea's season and you want to play him, well, that's how you're going to get the points, in my opinion. Um, Ruben Loftus-Cheek with the assist, he didn't play long, like 20 something minutes he played for, but he was an impact, definitely. And I think today, was it today? Yes, today as well, he brought in an assist again. So it looks like he is pretty much cemented into this little coming on and assisting and bringing it on the points. Havertz,
the man, everybody captain
man,
last
the man everybody had, and I think a lot of people who had him probably didn't drop him. They probably wanted
Yeah,
to see if he
most
was going to
likely.
play again. Yeah, because Mason Mount did play. The man that scored the hat trick. So a lot of persons who had Mason Mount felt the blow, and the ones who had Havertz were rejoicing. But I had Mason Mount, so I was feeling the brunt of that.
We had missing more.
Yeah, we had Mason Mount. But I would have advised for this. Definitely look into the double up for the Chelsea defenders, especially the
Yeah,
wing backs. They have a decent run against coming up, and I could see clean sheets and possible goals again coming. So yeah.
yeah. All right, next up, maybe a normalist scoreline. Southampton 1, Watford nil. Let's look at first three quickly. So no save points in first up. McCarthy, another guy that I had in my series, my top five series. McCarthy, three saves, 1 point, got a clean sheet bonus. Southampton slowly doing the thing, quietly doing the thing, getting the odd random clean sheet and getting the win. So yeah, Antonio, who do we look at or keep our radar on or do more research on or do recon on from this fixture?
Um, Definitely McCarthy. If you have him, he's a budget keeper. Definitely, and he's been making a lot of saves, and the save points are coming in because he made like three saves, and he's getting the extra 1 point. Even if he concedes, so you're guaranteed over 4 points in a big game.
At
Or
least,
you're
yeah,
guaranteed
yeah,
if you get maybe the clean sheet, you're considered getting 8 points. Defensive wise, Livermore. I think a lot of people have him because he's a budget defender and he gets a lot of attacking returns. So if you have Livermore, definitely play him. Um, they are looking good. They're looking good away and home. So it's hard
right.
to decide on dropping a defender. I wouldn't drop Livermore because Southampton is a team that could surprise you. And seeing that they got back their captain James Ward-Prowse after seeing his match ban, they look a little more motivated and going forward and stuff. So definitely look out for that. Adams, I know you're always talking about Adams since the
Yeah,
get-go. He
yeah,
had a good game as well. So if you're looking for a striker from Southampton, Adams, because he's getting involved a lot and he's sure starter. So yeah, Armstrong, that's my guy. I used to talk about
right.
him too.
Of course, yes, yes.
But I would more lean to Adams if I was to pick up here right now. I'd probably more lean to Adams. So
Okay, all right. I love it. And well, nothing of note. And if you had any, all these Sar fans, time to drop Sar. He has some very
yeah,
hard games
definitely.
coming up. Maybe if you want to hold on to him for the Arsenal game, maybe. But yeah, time to drop it. All right. Next up, Man U 3, Spurs nil. Il Sakiko, they were calling it, Antonio.
Yeah, it's Saki going
And
through.
Spurs won that one because they got their manager sacked, which is what everyone would have wanted, I assume. And now they are getting Conte. Whoop-de-doo. Uh, Nothing much to talk about with keepers in terms of save points, so just your average regular stuff. So yeah, Antonio, who do we is it time to bring back the greatest athlete in the world into your teams, or meh, not yet, someone else to look at? Talk to me.
Um, so straight off the back, I will never go for Man United defender. Never. I had him. I had Shaw in the beginning, and I will never make that mistake again. Well, not at least for now till the next probably 5 games until I see that they catch back themselves. Um, Bruno Fernandez has been coming in with the 1-1 assist. Little low key assist, but they are coming in. Rashford is coming off for the bench and scoring, and it's very tempting to bring him in because he is cheaper than Ronaldo, and he's bringing in the goals. And of course, you do get the midfield points as compared to the striker points. Um, but the coming off for the bench thing is kind of risky. And if
Yes.
he does come off the bench and he does blank, it's 1 point.
Yeah.
Um,
Does make sense. Yeah.
yeah, Ronaldo.
Hmm.
The Ronaldo Cavani link up was really good. I like that because it showed one man taking and one man passing. They showed the
Yeah.
experience. They showed that they are experienced strikers. Like they helped each other a lot in this game. Um, Ronaldo with the brace. I know you don't want to hear that because he ended up saving social job. I mean, I think you do want to hear that, but he's the social is remaining in the remaining in the firm. But yeah, if I were to I want to bring him back, but I'm giving him one more game week again before I make any decisions on that. Because he scored a brace, yes, and he did score a brace again today against Atalanta. So it shows that he is back and ready to try to help his team as much as possible. Cavani is a good shout as well. Yeah, I like the link up. I'm not sure if they're going to be starting Cavani with Ronaldo or the time if he's going to come up from the bench. Because when he came up on the bench today and came off the bench and he helped. Um, but I don't think is as solid to bring in Cavani at this point. Ronaldo, yeah, but Cavani, no. Rashford, yeah. So those are my picks if I were to bring in any players from United. Definitely Rashford, Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes is a little too much to be bringing in one assist. When I could get Rashford for like 3 million less, do the same thing. So yeah.
Alright, solid, solid. Yeah, not bad for that at all. Next up, Leeds 2, Norwich 1. I won't lie to you guys. I have Cookie for the longest while. When Cookie scored against Watford, I was like, right, I'll bring you out again one more time. Don't worry about it. When I saw the one goal, sorry, from Norwich notification, I got excited before opening up, and I could have sworn Cookie scored. Was not Cookie. Besides, again, crew, save master, 3 point, 3 saves, 1 point. Mesclair, no saves. So the regular 2 points there. Antonio, I know I'm not going to ask the question of who we should take from Norwich, but just pick up the guys that perform well, and then we'll talk about Leeds
Yeah,
assets going forward.
definitely. Their defender came up with a goal. He played decent. I mean, he scored against a Leeds team that is consistently applying pressure. But I wouldn't bring in anybody from Norwich in my team. Period. From Leeds, however, Rafinha, the savior, once again. Everybody was hoping he would play last week, but it didn't happen. But he came
Right.
this week. He definitely brought some points with him, and I think he was the savior for most people. Like he was the make or break and making average or like getting a green arrow. He definitely feel. Um, so if you have him, I would play him. But Leeds are very vulnerable to goal. You have Norwich scoring against you, so it kind of shows that how vulnerable they are. The fact
Right.
that they are showing that
Right.
they are very vulnerable, and that to me is a big problem because if you start conceding a lot, the moral of the team starts to drop, and the attackers wouldn't be given the fight that you would want. Because if you end up in a game where you're playing Liverpool and
Right. You
you
never know about.
concede
Yeah.
3 goals, your moral of the team is just drop. You wouldn't play. You would just play to finish the game. You wouldn't play to score or make any points.
Correct.
So yeah, Rodrigo. We all spoke about Rodrigo. He did well as well. Definitely want to look out for if you're looking for a Leeds striking asset. However, my only pick for Leeds would only be Rafinha because
Right.
defensive wise, nope. Ealing is definitely showing that he is a pinnacle on his team and he's being missed. So yeah, that's my take on this.
Fully agree with that. Between you and me. Alright, 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 alright. So we're coming down the road to West Ham 4, Aston Villa 1. Four goals and a certain man didn't score. We'll get to that. Martinez, save master, 4 saves, 1 point. Fabianski, no saves. Let's go. So let's talk about Aston Villa and Norwich. I mean West Ham. Sorry, I said who do we? Who's good? Who's looking good for game week 11?
From Aston Villa, when they didn't have a bad game, you know, he really
Right,
didn't have a bad game. And that's Konza with the late challenge of causing the goal to be, well, the goal threat, I should say, to stop. He was then sent off, and they had to take off Buendia and bring in a defender. And I think they brought in um Mings, Tyra Mings. But look at Buendia. He looks like this. He looks like a decent option for the midfield, that is. But my pick for this team will always be Watkins. He shows that once he could provide a little service to him, he could handle the rest.
right.
Like, he was fighting throughout the game, but again, once you're down to 10 men, you're back against
Yeah,
the ropes,
yeah.
and you constantly have West Ham with a lot of midfield applying pressure to you. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Because we have seen before what happens when you block off McGinn and when they are from the game. They basically
Yeah.
knock off any kind of passes to Watkins, and that just kills the play for Aston Villa. They get
True.
nothing off of it. Um, However, for West Ham, they took advantage of that red card most definitely. Declan Rice, I think if you had Declan Rice, you are definitely cheating at the fantasy in fantasy, because in no way people are speaking Rice just like this and start to them. But he did
Exactly.
score. He did score a really nice goal. And he did put in a hell of a performance in this game. Ben Rama, oh my goodness, I had Ben Rama for weeks,
True.
game
True.
weeks.
And I've been telling you for weeks, drop him. Drop him.
And as I drop this guy, he assists. He assists.
You're
Ah,
heavy, Antonio. You're heavy.
yeah. I really think I'm heavy, you know. I really think I'm heavy. I think like I should just like click auto pick and that's the FPL do the rest.
Oh, gosh.
Um, well, Bowen. Bowen had a really
Mhm.
good game. Bowen had a brilliant game.
Yeah.
Bowen scored and assist. I would if I were to go for a pick from West Ham right now, I would go for Bowen.
Yeah. Safe.
Bowen has been playing really well. That left foot of his is super dangerous, and his passing has been on point so far. So I would pick him in front of Benrahma, in my opinion. I would go for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Safe.
Lanzini came on and did a little thing, he did a little assist.
Right. Right.
However, the man limit Antonio
Hmm.
with the big 2 points.
Yeah.
Everyone else had a play day in the midfield. Everyone in the basically only one player in the midfield didn't do anything, you know, and that's Switcher.
Switching. Correct.
All the other
Correct.
players in the midfield, all the other one, two, three, five players made points. That says a lot. You know what happened in that game. But if you have Antonio, it's hard to drop Antonio really, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does a
Definitely.
lot of pre-assists. So that ball that builds up to the play is what Antonio gets, but you don't get points for that.
Yeah.
So it is
Definitely.
not considered he can be on the point sheet. But hopefully next game he could.
Yeah. And just to highlight, Johnson was a goal. He played for 90 minutes and got his goal. So yeah, keep hold on to Antonio. I wouldn't say drop him as yet. Hold on to him. Last but certainly not least, big one. Wolves playing Everton, 2-1 to Wolves. So let's look at Sarri quickly. So Sarri made 4 saves, 1 point. Pickford did not make as much saves to get any points, but he put on some good saves though, but not enough to tally any points. Antonio, you have the lovely task of going through this, and who can we seriously consider now from Wolves? And is it time to abandon our Everton assets? Mm.
Alright, so first and foremost, I I had Sa in my post, so I was really banking on that clean sheet. But right now, I can see Kilman bringing in some points. Nori apparently is on corner DTs, so that's something to look out for because
Right,
if you can
brilliant,
bring in
brilliant.
a little assist from the corner, you can get your points. Even if they concede, you will get a little point, and that's how we made his points. Um, Midfield once again blanks out.
Yeah,
Jimenez. Jimenez had a great game actually. Jimenez
true.
got a nice goal. It was It was a little unfortunate, but he did what he was supposed to do. He poached and he chipped the lobby keeper and scored a really nice goal. Um, he teamed up really well with Wani Chan. Unfortunately, the goal that Wani Chan scored was slightly offside. So not a lot of us who had Wani Chan didn't really prosper. But keep him still, because Jimenez and him are having a really nice little partnership building, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't consider dropping him anytime soon. Um, Everton assets. Now, Everton didn't, the first half, they definitely played terrible.
Correct.
Was all
Correct.
over them in the first half. Second half, probably from like the 55th minute onwards, Everton started showing a little more attacking threat. They started to play the whole game better. From like the 70th minute, they started playing hard, really hard. And I think that's when Moiskin had assisted the Woi. And from there on, they were playing good. But at this very point, I don't think you should bank on any Everton assets. Sad to say, this just brings me back to when Aidan was saying you shouldn't keep any Everton men on your team. But right now, you shouldn't keep any Everton men on your team because without the Corey, they're looking pretty bad. Like there's a big hole in the center there. Allen cannot do it by himself, and it clearly shows. Townsend is defensive. Gordon has a very small frame, and they're pushing him off for the ball. He will be can only do so much running forward and back, or trying to do so much. Rondon definitely is a dead horse. The Murray Gray, well, he tries, but
Yeah, really does. But yeah, most of this, and
he
no one
really, I feel
fans
like
do
sorry
it.
for him. He tries, but it just doesn't work out for him sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Charleston,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys that get a good game one game, they get a terrible game the next game, and that was one of those games because he was just frustrated. So yeah, my I would advise if drop any Everton assets, look for a cheap alternative, or yeah, that's my word of advice.
Or at least hold on to the goal scorers. I will hold on to Gray for maybe 2 more game weeks, 2 more, just to see because they're
Yeah,
still scoring goals. They're not blanking. They're still scoring goals. So and the game before Gray assisted. So let's see how that goes. They get any goals, they have to get Richarlison on the end of those goals. So yeah, all right. So that comes to the end of the review of the matches. So of course the fun part, the part that we all love. Let's show our teams.
do we really have to?
I will take the bullet and just show mine then. No problem. No problem.
You made green arrows. That's why I want to share it.
Green arrows? I don't know what he's talking about, bro. What are green arrows? Alright, so I scraped, dragged, rolled to 51. Alright, guys, this is my mantra for now. 50 a week. 50 a game week. So if I make 50, 50, that's 100. I can leap into the next 100 and go from there. So I'm in the 600 bracket. I want to make 700, 50, 50, 50. But of course, I want to leap into it by next game week, which is game week 11. So I want 70 points. I'm greedy. I need 70 points so I can jump into that. I know a little less than 70 will get me there, but I want 70 points. But 50, 50, 50, make it aim at 50 again. You knock. Take your time and knock. Something the West Indies can't do. Just knock. You'll get it. Right? So not too bad with the arrows on the side, and I'm on top of a particular league that I care about mostly. And I'm on top of another league. So we're not doing too bad. Who got my points and who dragged me there? So just like last week, only a handful of guys, like 2, 3 guys dragged me. Luckily, Gallagher, Rafinha, Salah. And that was it. Thanks for coming. Christensen, points. They don't get thankfully, but look at this. 1, 1, 2. Looking like a CXC score sheet right now on my team. Pressure. But I'm very happy that I was able to draw because Antonio can tell you I was on what I was on Antonio, what, like 10 points after the first game. It was terrible. Terrible. But managed to pull through and the average was 42 points. So there. While I'm here one time, let me begrudgingly pick up our league leader. And wow, we have a new league leader. Okay, so there's some drama. Expecting to see Kevin on top here, but instead it's Tuchel's Angels, Stefan Chapman. Alright. So let's see what wow, 72 points. This bastard. Wow. Alright, so yeah, Ramsey, of course. Semedo, Trent. He had Reece James. All right. He had Livermento, Salah as captain, always captain Salah. Smith Rowe, Jota. And well, nothing from his up front three except for Jimenez. And wow, he had Rafinha and White on the bench. Damn. If he could have found a way to integrate them, he would have surely made way more. Well, all right, well, we don't wish you the best of fun, but thanks for keeping this in one first. All right, no problem with that at all. So, Antonio, I know you don't want to share your team. We love you. We love you. Guys, let us know what you think. How was your Oh, you sure? Let's quick. All right. Time to Antonio for your briefing. Let's see quickly. Show us.
Guys,
Oh, wow.
ignore this 39
Oh,
points.
buddy. Pressure again.
So when I said get rid of Brentford defenders, I definitely mean get rid of Brentford defenders because right
Right.
now things not looking good. Rudiger brought in 6, Salah brought in 10, Rafinha, Salah with the points. Other than that, that was a day for me.
Yep.
Mount didn't
Pressure.
play, Townsend made 2, Dyer made 1. I want to do a whole revamp to my bench, but minus points. I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
put it there.
yeah.
I mean, at this
But
point, I
guys,
can take minus points with
you
yeah,
have
so
these like this, guys. But it's just a game, as Javed says. Don't take it on. Let's continue having fun, right? Let's continue having fun, and every week aim for green arrows, all right? Let's don't let this dismay you, right? So of course, guys, as usual, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. Thank you for getting us likes, the subscribe numbers up. Thank you for the love and for reaching out on all the social media platforms. Leave your comments below. How was your game week 10? What's your plan for game week 11? What you're gonna do? We're gonna ship out talk to us. And of course, there's a very special spaces on with Javed. Javed can have a very special space tomorrow. Tomorrow's the third with Cameron Jones coming on. So you can look out for that around 6 p.m. or so. So at FPL.FC. Check it out. Of course, guys, please continue to click that save button. Don't do like me and go out drinking and then fall asleep and forget to check your team. Thank goodness two guys didn't play and two subs came in. That saved me whole weekend. I would have been really bad. And of course, guys, happy picking. Antonio, anything for the guys before they go?
um, I don't know. That's really and truly, I had a very, very bad game week. But I'm going to bounce back though. I'm making you 100 points, guys. I'm backing close to
Right.
that 100
I
points
like
again.
that spirit.
Coming back strong.
Right? Big Sean said it last night. I took an L, but tonight I bounce back. Let's do it, guys. Green arrows.